Oh my gosh, you guys. So I have this book of bulbs and it is packed with such awesome goodies for junk journalers, okay? If you haven't gone to the thrift store and picked out some of these books, you just might today. These are filled with awesome fonts, you know, different color words. And I mean, I got this at the Goodwill for $1.99, and it is, I mean, in the journaling world, this is like priceless. And not only that, it's a vintage item, which makes it even more cool. So like, look at this page. I mean, that is going to make something absolutely beautiful. But what I wanted to do today was replicate this little fold out here. And this is one of my favorite things because it's so easy and you can do a lot of different things with it. You can leave it just like this, or you can, you know, put it inside of a case. And I think that that's probably what we're going to do with this one because this has a really nice cover. So this is going to make an awesome exterior for our interior fold out. So let's just cruise through this with our fingertips and pick out some good pages. So I think there's some back here that I'm going to start with. So check these out. Now, oh, let me turn this down a bit. Hold on. There we go. That's probably a little bit better. So now we have this beautiful page, and this is going to make something amazing. And then we have a corresponding page over here, which you could do something really, really cool with too. But let's just keep looking. And I think these are like almost every other page. Yeah, look at that. These are beautiful. So you can have something kind of matching. If you come across a book like this, you know, we've got like a few different pages of pink that we can put together. Let's look at that page. You know, and you can split these up, cut some of these out for little other decorations if you're into that. And so anyway, I just wanted to share with you what amazing finds you're going to get in some of these gardening books. And I mean, for $1.99, like this is super awesome for such a great price. And I mean, even some thrift stores or yard sales, people will be getting rid of books for, you know, 25 cents, 50 cents, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to pick out a few pages and then we're going to do the next step, which is to create our templates for this project. Okay, so I have all of my flower pages picked out, and the next thing that you're going to do is take your envelope template. So once you've peeled your envelope apart carefully, this is what you're going to have left over. And these corners I've already rounded, but when you cut it, it's, you know, obviously going to be square on all sides. So unfold it, and let's see, how am I going to do this here? I'm going to place this like this so that the top is upside down. And then these pages just happen to be the exact size of this envelope width. So it's perfect because I don't have to do any edge trimming or any maneuvering like that. I can just simply take my pencil and trace around. Make sure that you don't move your page. Okay, just like that. And then you can't really see the line too good, but there it is. Okay, and then I've already done all of these pages with the lines. So the next step is to just cut all these out, and then we're going to do some distressing and then gluing together. All right, so all of my envelopes are cut into the shapes. And the next step is just going to be to start folding these. And the way I do it is I'm just going to take it like this and match the two, the top and the bottom. And you can use a bone folder if you would like. I don't really use the bone folder until I'm all done folding everything. And then you just take the sides, fold them over. Make sure those are even. Might have to do a little finagling there, but you get the idea. And then you'll just flip this out and then sharpen up your edges there and then glue them together. Now before you glue it together, you can do some distressing, you know, either on the inside or the outside. But I don't know that I'm going to be distressing too much. So I'm probably just going to glue these together and then do a little distressing. But then I don't know, because then look at this. You might want to do like these types of edges. Normally I would have this covered in a lining, but since I'm not lining these today, I'm just making the envelopes. You know, I might do a little something along these edges. But anyway, so go ahead and distress however you like. And, you know, glue these together, and then let's see. I'll show you what I'm going to do for my distressing. Now for gluing, I'm just going to use some Tombow, and I really like this for this type of gluing because I don't need it to be like super secure, or I mean, not that it's going to be, you know, janky, but I don't need like, you know, I'm not gluing like binding or like a whole bunch of pieces together. So I'm just going to glue along the edge where the envelope's flap is actually going to end up touching, because I don't want it all the way at the edge, because the envelope, you'll see when we close it, doesn't go all the way. The back doesn't go all the way to the edge. So see how we kind of have like those margins right there. So you wouldn't want any glue right there. So whatever shape your envelope is, that's how you're going to want to glue it for the nicest result. So I actually already did these two. This one was mixed with some tea dye with a little bit of yellow. And then this is just the tea dye, and it's not like super intense. Let me turn my light down there. It's not super intense. It's just not, you know, it's not quite as bland. You can see the difference in the pages. Like this one just looks a little more, you know, a little more junky than just leaving it plain. So I'm just going to take my tea dye oxide and just, you know, gently go along the edges. I mean, not a whole lot, like just a little bit. And you can see it adds just a little layer of love. And I'm just going to do the sides. And I'm not going to do the back, because, you know, no one's going to really see that. I will do the bottom. Well, actually, no, I'm not even going to do the bottom either. And that's because I'm going to put these in a case. So I'm just going to do the top and the sides of each envelope, not the back, only the fronts. And the insides, I'm just going to leave those. They're going to be full of stuff anyways. So yeah, go ahead and do whatever distress method you like, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so we have all of our envelopes made, and these are so pretty. I can't wait to decorate these. And I just like how, you know, there's like space for wording and stamps and stickers. And let me turn my lamp here. There we go. It's not so much glary. And this is going to be actually like really chunky and thick. So the next step that I'm going to do is to add tabs to these. Okay, so for the tabs, I'm going to be using this tab maker. Let me turn my lamp, okay. And this is really cool. You can turn it upside down so you can see exactly, you know, where you are punching. I really like that. And I already punched these out right here. So, you know, I'm just gonna do this a few more times, and then I'm also gonna cut some out of some these dies. I'm not sure, like, you know, but I'm just gonna use these papers. And these are really cool, like, you know, little filler papers for you to make pockets and whatnot out of. So anyway, I'm gonna make my tabs out of these. So now all of the tabs are done, and whether or not you put them on now is up to you. I'm gonna put mine on now in just various places, and then I'll probably start doing some stamping and getting some words and stuff on here and stickers and all that fun stuff. All right, we got the tabs on, and let's check it out. Looks pretty good. And so what's after this? Whatever you want. Stamps and stickers. So I finished stamping my envelopes, and now they're starting to come together and look a little better than just plain flowers. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but I think what I'm going to do is put little markers on the tabs, like maybe some gems or something a little noticeable. Okay, so I'm going to use gem tack to place my, or to hold my little rhinestones here. So you just barely need any. I mean, like barely, because you don't want it to be oozing. And because I have nails, I can't hardly grab this. All right, let's see if this like works how I want it to. Perfect. Okay. And I mean, it's not like a whole lot, but it's going to add just a little bit of, you know, brightness. And that's going to dry clear, so I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, it's just going to be a little more decor for each one. So while my envelopes are drying, I found this really cool bulbs book. This is another bulbs book that I got from the Goodwill. And this has a lot of great graphics in it that you can turn into some amazing looking, I'm going to turn my light away a little bit, some amazing looking ephemera and little, you know, cutouts. Where are the ones I really liked? Gosh, they were just right around here. That was one of the pages. And then, oh, like these. I just thought that was so pretty to, you know, make little cutouts, put them against another background. You know, there's like lots of cool words you can dice up and turn into other things. But anyway, this just is a really cool book too, and I'll be taking a few little tidbits out of this one to decorate some more. I also found these really cool pages, and they have like nice lines for writing. So I think I'll be tearing these ones out too. This is a total score. Now that we have done a little more embellishing, and I didn't add too many words, because remember, we're going to have a seam down the middle, and I didn't want to do a whole bunch of decorating that wasn't really going to be noticed. So I just did my words and stuff like, you know, on the edges. And I put a few, just a few, you know, not a ton of them. I don't know if there's any on this. There should be a couple that are on this side, at least one or two. Yeah, there's one and then two. So, you know, just a little bit of embellishing, but I really like the way that these fake gems look on the tabs. Super cute. So now that we're ready to glue the middle, I like to use a Fabri-Tac or this Aleene's Fabric Fusion when I'm doing this type of gluing. And the reason is because it doesn't leave any wrinkles whatsoever. With the Tombow, I don't mind using it for small things like this because it's not really going to wrinkle. You won't notice it, but on something larger, it's going to be too wet and too watery, and it makes it a little wrinkle that I just don't like. So we're going to take our Aleene's and just put it right in the middle. One strip. You don't need a whole lot of this. It's very grippy. Just like that. And make sure you put your lid on so it does not ooze out of the top, because it will. And then just set your next envelope on top, just like that. Kind of press it. Make sure it's nice and even. And then just keep on doing that. Right down the middle. You don't want it to ooze out like onto the next, onto the next envelope, because then it'll be all glued shut. So you only want it glued shut in the middle where we're actually placing the glue. So go ahead and glue all of your envelopes together. Here it is, and we're not going to do the cover in this video. The cover is actually going to be done in a second video. So if you want to know how to do that, click on the next video at the end of this. But let's just take a look at how cool this really is. And this is just without the cover. I mean, you can do so much more embellishing, with different papers and laces and ribbons and things like that once you figure out how you're going to put this together. And there's numerous ways to do this type of journal where you have a bunch of pockets in one thing. This is just one of the more simple ways to create this awesome little piece of junk journal heaven. This is what it looks like from the back side. And once this is stuffed, it's just going to be so fun to pull out papers and notes and, write dates and, of course, awesome memories. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I loved to hang out with you guys today, and I will chit chat with you soon. Happy crafts.